My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about someone who views you as their soulmate. They're pretty sure that you view them as their soulmate or as your soulmate as well, but they're nervous because they have had some sort of distance with you. You may be no contact, right? But they're coming back around. They want to make amends. They want to see if there's a way to make things right and actually have that relationship that you wanted before. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh, a little bit more. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have some fun weekend plans ahead for you or an easy work day. Hello, DeMarco. How you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And there's also right below that in the description box where you can find my email. You can also become a member. There's 3 different tiers if you need some additional content. Let's dive in with the noisy tarot, shall we? Hello, Al. How are you doing? Hello, Aqua Beauty. What's up? I hope you're having a good day. So we've got somebody who's been feeling like they're working, but they have kind of lost that drive, or this 7 of Pentacles is kind of like, yeah, I'm like doing what I need to, but I like everything reminds me of not having your love. Like, I don't know how I could find that happiness with anybody else. This is why they feel you're their soulmate. Hello, Little Red. How are you doing? Hello, Corey. Fingers crossed, Aqua Beauty. We shall see. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the 4 of Wands in the reverse. I know that it's my responsibility to make things right. So whoever this is, they feel like maybe there's something you could have done differently, but largely the issue is that they were not treating you the way that they should have, or that they didn't understand things that you were trying to help them understand. So they felt like it was upon them, or it was, their responsibility to address this instability in their life, whatever was making it difficult to be in that relationship with you. For some, that would be addressing financial struggles. For others, this could be a family or even an ex issue. Ah, yes, happy Lionsgate. How's it going, dude? I hope you're having a good day. Awesome. I look forward to it. Hello, Divya. How are you doing? Hello, just an idea. Oh, I don't belong to anybody. I don't know about that. Hello, Erin. Hello, Jean-Christophe. Did I say it right? I hope so, because that sounds really cool. Hey, Renee, what's going on? Hello, Laura. Hello, CM. So we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. This is somebody who had previously been very stuck in their ways. They didn't really want to understand why maybe their perception was wrong or their approach needed to be updated. They just wanted to do things their way, right? Hello, Connie. Hello, Gino. That's okay. I still wish you a great weekend. There's plenty of other places on YouTube for you. Hello, Zoopy. Hello, Random. Aw. I don't know that that's... Yeah. Well, Erin, first you have to consider how you define rich, because sometimes people have too narrow a definition. I guess that's your answer for the twerking question. Hello, food lover. What's going on? Hello, Paul. Happy Friday. See, that's the problem, Erin. I think you will find abundance flows to you more readily when you update your perception of rich. Wealth is not just tangible assets or coins, right? you may find that things go better for you when you update that. Hello, Pool. How are you doing? Blessings to you as well. Zupi, that is not something you can find on my channel. I do not do love spells, and I would discourage you greatly from doing one. If you watch Twilight Zone, watch The Chaser, the episode called The Chaser. So we've got somebody here who feels like what they have a deep desire to do is make amends with somebody that they feel is their soulmate, that they feel has taught them about unconditional love. They want this long-term relationship. They've made a decision. The Two of Swords is in the reverse, clarifying the Magician. Both of these cards would indicate somebody who is being decisive and making the moves that they need to make. Do y'all ever get insulted by somebody and it's so like not even effective at all that it just makes you laugh? Aww. Yeah, you gotta be able to laugh at these things, right? Hello, Manish, how are you doing? Hello, Noel. Oh, I guess no longer hello to Noel. Hello, Rubber Duck, how are you? What's up, Lemonade? Yeah, y'all, if you repeat the same message over and over again, you will get timed out. Exhibit A. For those that are looking for their own questions to be answered, please make sure you like the video. Please consider subscribing. And then if we hit the $15 tip mark, I will take questions with priority to those who have tipped. Hello, Aiden. How are you doing? Hey, John. If you remember that, I think you probably also remember that I answered your question. Yes? All right, so this is someone who's decided they want to keep you. Look at them. They may be just a little bit possessive. I don't get like negative possessive energy. It's more just like, but that's my person, so I have to do what I can to be with my person. And I think I maybe gave them the impression that I don't want to be with them or that I don't want to have a, you know, long-term relationship. But the truth is, this person is worth it. This person's worth going through the hoops that I need to be in a better place so that I can be in a relationship. Now, this Two of Pentacles could be a reference to fixing the financial situation, right? What can I do so that I've got all my bills paid and all that, right? Hello, Matt. I offer personal readings via my email, which is in my description box, and those run from $40 to $100. They're ad-free, usually returned within 24 hours of payment. Otherwise, on here, most people tip $5, $10 if they're looking for a question to be answered, and that pretty quickly gets us to the $15 threshold. So, travel, I do not know what that is. Hello, Rezzy, how are you doing? Hello, Amari, how are you doing? All right, let's start with the Cook's Tarot because it's beautiful. Hey, Erin. I appreciate your religious message, but let's keep in mind that on this channel, what we're going for is empowerment. And I believe you can find that through spirituality and religion, but yeah. If it's not your channel, it's not your channel. That's okay. If you want to message, thank you, dude. On the live chat, please keep it to English, not because I am a jerk, but because I don't know what you're saying then. Drew, we have to have a little chat because you emailed me 24 times in 24 hours or less. You are in timeout, my friend. And you also were threatening. So if you don't want me to block you on the channel like right now, I expect an apology and I expect you to be polite to my moderators, okay? Thank you, Rubber Duck. I appreciate it. Because, like, you think you can threaten me. That's interesting, isn't it? I don't care if you were drunk. I'm going to need you to behave like an adult, okay? Otherwise, I'll block you. My email is for business, not drunk shenanigans. So, sorry for calling you out like that, but sometimes I need to do that. I'm willing to move forward and let it go if you apologize. Okay. Yes, I agree, Kimberly. Judge not, yet ye be judged, right? So, I'm wishing you healing. I'm wishing you a good weekend, Drew, as I wish to everyone. But that email address is not for flirtations or threats. Hello, Carmencita. How are you doing? Hello, Alex. It's a fun show. And actually, Alex, if you look in my posts where like I put my pictures and whatnot, you might have to go like scroll a little bit, but you could find me in my Carmen Sandiego costume, which is easily my most successful Halloween costume ever. Hello, Wes. Anybody who says I'm not judging, it's just fact, makes me feel like that's a little bit concerning. What were we talking about? Hello, John. How are you doing? Hey, upper echelon. Yeah, it was a couple hours, well, several hours ago. Hello, Ruhi. How are you? So we've got the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups in the reverse with the Five of Wands in the reverse, which is where I'd like to see it. No, most cards you want to see in the upright, but the Five of Wands is about arguing, fights, and if it's in the reverse, then you've got somebody who's doing some introspection. So I've had some time to myself, Four of Swords, right? Got the button, he's like fixing himself, right? Gotta sew back up, gotta fix what's been broken. And now that I have, I'm realizing that I'm really upset because I ruined this love opportunity that I had. I'm sorry, I totally didn't say thank you to somebody who tipped. Did I? Oh, maybe I did. Thank you, Rubber Duck. Let me know if you have a question, by the way. Hello, Liam. Hello, Biblically. Are you saying you don't have morals? That's what knowing the difference between right and wrong is, right? So we've got somebody here who feels like they messed things up with you, they don't want to argue anymore, and they've taken the time to actually review in their mind, maybe even like the text message thread, but just like realize, you know what, I really need to approach this differently. Hey, I appreciate that, Drew. Thank you. I don't like to just overreact, and I do feel like you have a desire to work on things. So let's just not do that anymore. Cool. Then we can be chill. Hello, Rohit. How are you doing? Hello, Rob. Hey, Biblically AC, if you're here to judge me, you can leave. I will block you, or one of my moderators will. If you want to have an actual conversation about morals, that's cool, but I'm trying to do a reading right now. Kind of sounds like you want to judge, which is against the Bible. So, yeah. Anyways, I would just point you to that right there. Okay? So we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. And this is about somebody who's saying, you know what? Maybe I was really scared. Maybe I didn't know how to open myself up to being loved and loving someone else, right? So if that's true, then I've lost somebody that was really important to me because of my own fear, because I couldn't get out of my head, right? So they're saying, if I don't want to lose this person, if I don't want to lose you, then I have to actually be willing to put myself out there and be a bit vulnerable. I can't hide from that, right? Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. I've told you all of the cards. Yep, I agree. Oh, that's a great question. Upper Echelon's asking if this is Picasso. I don't think so. But what they make me think of is like Diego Rivera, Frida style, right? So I love that. The art on here is super different. Like, who can say they've gotten into a major melee with a bunch of French bread? Maybe that's what I need in my life, you guys. Come over here, I'm gonna hit you with my bread. Sorry, I lost track of the chat there. Hello, Anjali. Please do not share your personal information. I could do personal questions at the end if we hit $15 in tips, but I don't need to have your personal information. Really just like a name to call you by is what I need. Hello, Chang. How are you doing? Hello, Anthony. Happy Friday. Have a good day, Rezi. Hello, Joe. How are you doing? Is it sourdough? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not French. You're right. You're right. But like baguettes are kind of like crusty, so I feel like they'd be effective. So we've got the sun. Must be a bunch of peppers, right? I love it. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. As this person has been distanced from you or has not had access to your energy, that void has been very much so noticed by them. You brought happiness to them they may not have originally attributed to you. They may have felt it was their own energy. They may have felt things were just going really well for them, but not having you around, they're realizing how much they miss that energy, right? Hey, blessings for Julie. I hope you have a great weekend. Hello, Kapal. Hello, Minnie. Hello, Fernando. Hello, Casey. Hello, Johnny. Thank you, Avo. How are you doing? So now we've got the Ten of Swords. Here's the thing. They know that in order to have this second chance with you, there's something that has to end first. And for many of you, this is a distancing from someone in their family or someone they've previously dated or a lifestyle, right? Maybe they need to change how they actually spend their time if they want to allocate time to be with you. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? Hello, Morgan. Hello, Strange. Hello, Julia. Hello, Tyler. Ooh, Corn Fangirl. I love it. I love it. That might make me listen to Corn after this, actually. I've been on a bit of a 90s kick. All right, let's see what is going on with this person's soul. Corn Fangirl, if we get into personal questions because we reached that $15 tip mark, then if you have a question, you're on my priority list. So you guys, music taste, it's important. Hey, Casey. If you're asking about whether or not that means I'm going to do a personal question for you, see the affirmation message. Hello, AJ. Oh, no judgment on that. Do you have to choose between the two? Are you not allowed to like both? We've got self. And was it blessings for Julie that said love the self blessings? That's what's going on here. Whoever you're dealing with, whoever is missing you, they're realizing that they had not been taking care of themselves the way they needed to. And they realized this in part because they saw how you take care of yourself. So you've inspired someone. Hey, Ace. Please stop repeating the same question, and I'm gonna put you on a little timeout because I feel like most people know what they are. If it's not your thing, that's totally fine. You can go elsewhere, sweetie. Hello, Heather. Thank you for the compliment. You're sweet. I hope you're having a good day. Hey, Marcel. That is not what we are here for. And I would encourage you to think about what compassion looks like. So we have Bloom. This person is going through the spiritual awakening that helps them feel better about themselves because they're finally dealing with the things that held them back. That is the key to life. What can I do? What am I in control of? Control the controllables, right? It's not about trying to control things that are not in your wheelhouse, right? I can't control that. I can't control you. I can't control, how that outcome will be. But what I can control is how I react to things, how I prepare for things, and who I include in my energy, right? Enlightenment and intimacy, emergence, insight, growth, illumination, and clear path. Before, it may have seemed a bit foggy. I don't know where to go. I don't know if that's the path for me. I don't know if that's what I want to do for work. Now things are falling into place because they have done that self-care, right? They have looked within. And that helps them to understand not just what they want to do with their life and how they want to live their life, but also who they want next to them. They feel close to you because, again, they keep thinking you must be their soulmate. Hey, Bumface, how you doing? Well, thank you. Yes, exactly, Armando. And our perception, right? The mindset that we encounter the world with. If you're able to view every situation as something where you can potentially take a nugget of wisdom or find a new friend or smell the roses, right? That doesn't mean you never see the dark side of life. You never see the things that are difficult. It's that you find a way to be resourceful. The magician is the kind of person, in my mind, it's hard not to picture it as a video game, somebody who's, running through life and, oh, there's a coin, I better take it. That's how the magician ends up with all the resources they need. Not by stealing, let's be real clear on that. We're talking about somebody who knows when to absorb, when to take in the information around them or the energy around them, and when to move away from it, right? Heather, I do also offer personal readings. My email address is in the description box. Hello, Steven. How's it going? Hello, Ingrid. That can often indicate a new beginning. I think a lot of times people assume it's a judgment on intelligence. Hello, Index. Feel free to tip if you'd like me to take personal questions. Once we hit $15, I will do so. And I hope you've already liked the video. That's a very unique way of saying that, Tommy. Oddly enough, I am short. Hello, Tom. How's it going? Hey, Davey. I don't like your tone, so we're going to put you in a timeout. It's a long one, too, 24 hours. But that gives you a lot of time to think about how you judge strangers, which is not something God would like you to do. Hello, Kat. How are you doing? Look, the world is mean enough, okay? Let's remember that there are a lot of people out there going through difficult things. We don't know what they're going through, and to try to just judge it on face value is doing a disservice to the opportunities that we have in life to connect to people who may have a different perspective, but you might learn something. Hello, Ed. Hey, well, that's all right, Index. Hopefully that means you've already liked the video then, right? So we've got Karma and Seed. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. I'm just kidding. We've got somebody here who has done the work, and as a result, the universe is saying, hey, would you like a new beginning? You guys want some cookies? I got some cookies for you. Name that movie. All right. Let's see. We're going to go with the situations deck. Let's see what else we've got for you. Thank you. Is it Alita or Elida? And welcome back. I remember seeing your username before. What else do we have? Entrapment and gossip. This is what your person has had to walk away from or like pull themselves away from. Because there's someone here who has them trapped. Now, this doesn't have to be about a pregnancy. Obviously, there's a reference here to that. But this is a general reading. So this entrapment could be more so just about the money part, right? So maybe I just owe somebody some money and I can't leave until I deal with it. Or maybe I feel like I have to help my family because they're dealing with a really difficult domestic situation. Whatever it is, I do feel like there are other people talking about this situation, and having some sort of understanding of what people are judging or saying is complicating things. Thanks, team. With pop art or cell shading? I don't know that I do. I mean, I would say probably the closest would be the Pulp Tarot. I love this because it's taken like, I think they're like stills from movies or maybe even advertisements, and then they've edited them. Like you can tell she's holding a gun in that originally, but they put a pentacle in her hand, which I think is pretty awesome. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, that's awesome. I don't think I've come across that one. I'll have to look it up. Hello, Rania. How are you doing? I agree. So we do have this person feeling really sad without you, okay? I don't know, maybe you're really funny. Maybe you're just a ray of sunshine. Maybe you always win at euchre and they want to be your partner again. They love you, okay? They're feeling alone. They've been handling business, dealing with obligations and responsibilities, daydreaming about a life with you, and hoping that at some point this work that they've been doing or this introspection, all of it will lead to, hopefully, this love no longer being seen as impossible, because there's something here that makes them feel like it's forbidden. There could be a lot of gossip about their family situation or their ex, but there could also be gossip about you and this person. So they've felt like they have to kind of like put in their time or find a way to deal with that old situation so that they can actually have time with you. Yeah, exactly, Ed. They love you. So there's something here that has really got this person thinking about you and how much they miss you that is tied to something they've seen. They may have seen someone who looked just like you. They may have seen your car that they're used to seeing. They may have driven past your old place, but they are thinking about you, and it's hard to let go of that train of thought. And they feel like it's for a reason. They feel like maybe it's approaching the time when they finally get to reach out and pursue you. All right, let's get some more from... We'll go with the Pause Tarot. So I think it's about 16 years now. Maybe even 17. Yes, I agree. I would not call myself a numerology expert, but I would say if you look it up, I assume you already have, but I haven't seen anything with like 131 specifically. Awesome. Hello, famous Seamus. How are you doing? Yeah, forgive me, I can't remember who it was that complimented me on my cat tattoo like 2 days ago in the comments. But I was like, yeah, I actually have 2 cat tattoos. See the little kitty cat wait deal? And a cat necklace. It's a little bit much, you guys. Oh, look at this person who loves you. They want to find a way to reunite, right? This 3 of Cups is about seeing you again. It's about reconciliation. Do they want to get drunk with you? Maybe. But this is more that festive energy, right? I want to tell you the good news that I've had. I want to tell you about the progress I've made in my life. I want to be able to share in the happy times that come after somebody does all that work for themselves, right? I do not have a cat right now. My heart was pretty broken when my little ham bone died. He was only 4.5 years old. So it's a little bit to get over that. Because I lost Stewie right before that as well. Yeah, no problem. And Heather, if we do personal questions at the end of this reading, I'm happy to do that for you. Thank you, Marlock. I appreciate that. Hello, Keith. I hope you're having a great day. Yes, it's all about divine timing, right? Agreed. So Emperor in the reverse with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This inability to know what they needed to work on and address those things that they needed to work on, that was why they were a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse doesn't mean that you have to be a woman, by the way, right? This is not gender that I'm reading. This is energy. So that's why this is one person, right? We've got what we would consider to be a man and a woman, right? Emperor and Queen of Wands. This is the same person. This is what they've been tackling. I didn't feel like I was my own person, or I didn't feel like I could pursue the things that I wanted because there were things I needed to fix in my life that made it like inevitable that I would have arguments or problems in a relationship. So I needed to deal with that thing from my past. Could be family, could be an ex, I would think it's paired with the mindset that they had to address. Now they're feeling more independent than ever. Now they're feeling more capable than ever. That's why they came out as the Magician at the beginning. But what they needed to deal with was that Emperor in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse. I can't commit because I don't feel good about myself, right? Hello, Avesta. I'm so sorry that you went through that. Sending you some healing energy. Feel free to like and subscribe, and if you're able to tip, we'll get to that $15 threshold. Hello, Joey. How's your day going? Hello, EC. EC, I can't help it. Your username, for whatever reason, oh, actually, I think I do know what it is, made me think of the poet E.E. Cummings. If you have not already read their work, I think it's a gentleman, I would encourage it. And maybe that's why your username is the way it is, but I just feel compelled to tell you that. He never capitalized his letters, which is probably what made me think of it. Hello, Medi, how are you doing? And I might have to back what Drew said, although we do have the capacity to change, right? Thanks, Lemonade. I was pretty sure of that. Hello, Just Doing Me. How you doing? Thank you. Hello, Juan. Hello, Moya. Awesome. Ed, if you check my description box, you can actually find a link to my second channel. I don't post there near as often. I haven't posted there in a long time, actually. I should get back to that. But it's just, there's no ads on it because I haven't monetized it yet, but it's me reading from some books. So some Emily Dickinson, and what's another one? I did a lot of short stories. I did some Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, thank you, Michael. How you doing? Hello, Kelvin. How's it going? Thank you, Jeff. So look at this. We've got the Two of Cups that's come out, and this is a reference to, I mean, you can kind of tell, right? That connection that they feel with you. And it really feels to me like what they want most is to be able to tell you what they've been up to, that they've missed you, that they want to be with you. Yes, I think that's very possible. Oh, that's awesome, Ed. Hello, Radya. I hope I said that right. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you. Hello, Timmy. Hello, enter account name. Well, we did cross the $15 threshold, so I will be doing personal questions. Huge thank you to Michael and Laura and who else tipped? Oh, this is gonna bother me. Someone else tipped. Rubber duck? I think it was maybe rubber duck. All right, anyways, let's see. So they're like basically wrapping something up from their past, right? That Ten of Swords came out at the beginning as well. So I'm done with this. I gotta like move on, close that chapter up so that I can move towards my High Priestess. Now, you do not have to be a woman, but they see you as this High Priestess because you are wise. Remember, we were talking about them feeling inspired to change how they treat themselves because they saw how you treat yourself. You inspired them. This is why they see you as a very wise person, right? See you later, Rubber Duck. And that totally works. So we've got the 10 of Cups. This is just so lovey-dovey. They just want to snuggle with you and watch the movies. And if you want some popcorn, they're going to hop up and make it for you. And don't move. I'll get it for you. I got you. They want to have this life that you build together, and they feel like they finally understand that feminine side of themselves. It does not matter if they are a man or a woman. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. That's why I can lay the law down when people need it, but why I also genuinely want all of you to be happy, all of you to improve the finances, the love, and the family situations in your life, right? And that's that feminine side. So if they were not able to be committed, if they were not able to have an open heart, that's attributable to whether or not they were in touch with that feminine side, right? So we have somebody that's saying, I want to end that old chapter, start a new chapter with you, and it's going to be a chapter where I'm giving back to you, not just taking from you, right? Where I'm committing to the relationship and I'm like accessible, available, reliable. Hey GP, what's up? Hello Patrick. Why are you saying? Oh, okay. Well, my name's Carmen though. All right, let's see. Timeline for what, EC? Hello, Skylar. How are you doing? So we've got the Sun, a 7 of Swords in the reverse, and the 8 of Swords. I feel like this 8 of Swords is actually you. I don't think you expect this person to make so many changes in their life, but they're about to like surprise you, and I think they're going to be extremely sweet and considerate towards you. They're going to be very communicative about what they've gone through, the introspection that they've been able to learn from, and how they see things differently now, how they miss you. All right, let's get a few from the Overthinker's Oracle, and then I'm going to dive in on those personal questions. Oh, so are you saying when somebody would communicate? That would be different for each, but let's see if we get any hints on that. What else do we have? Because they do have a sense of urgency. They're just trying to figure out what's going on in your head. Starseed and monitoring spirit. I'm telling you, they're trying to figure out what's going on with you. I was literally saying that as I pulled the monitoring spirit card. So they're probably looking at your social media or asking mutual friends about you. What's going on? Are they dating anyone? What do they think about me? You know what I mean? Hello, Phil. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Tom. Hello, Nora. Of course you can. Hello, Oracle. I never meant to hurt you. I was so immature. I don't want to be a player no more. I'm ready to commit. You guys, are you proud of me? I said it like a normal sentence instead of singing it. We've got, I love you so much, though I never expressed it. I'm afraid I will never love anyone else the way that I loved you. Sorry, not past tense, the way I love you. Oh, Lord. Look, I feel like this sex magic card is about their previous situation that they had to deal with. So I feel like they had an ex that was trying to do a love spell on them. And as they did healing, and as if you do the healing work that this person is talking about, right? That's when that protective layer builds around you, when you're able to kind of like sidestep a lot of that negative crap that people might send your way. Because they're working on changing their lifestyle, the person from their past that was trying to do magic on them may have found it increasingly challenging to access this person's energy because more protection came around, right? I'm not as susceptible to those dark attachments because I've been working on myself and trying to understand the intuition and the wisdom around me. As a result, your shenanigans can't reach me, right? Untouchable. Can't touch this. Do you have the right pants for that, though? You gotta be able to, what are they called? Is it Zumas? I think so. All right, let's dive in on those personal questions, y'all. Let's see. Y'all have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think any of the people who donated money had a question. I do know. Where'd you go? Okay. We have an at what age question for Bumface, and I do love you, Bumface. So I'm gonna do that. Right, meow. I like it. Parachute pants? But didn't they have to have the, like... No, I think they were, like, solid black, weren't they? Yeah, you're right. Interesting. The number 8 is important, and it is Lionsgate, so this feels like it's either 8 weeks or 8 months. You're going to get communication in shortly, and I feel like there's 2 communications I see for you. One is there's an increase in time or expense, and then there's a, well, actually, we can do this for you. So it's like you get some bad news and then you get some good news. Oh, the question you asked earlier? Were you not actually serious? Because you said serious. You let me know. Michael, you're going to confuse people with that phrasing. What do we have from Michael? We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Swords in the reverse. There's somebody who's getting real strategic in your energy. Someone who doesn't want to lose. So it's like, I'm not going to get stuck in this Five of Cups. I refuse to be like wondering why it didn't go well, right? And it's like I have to buy multiple lottery tickets to make sure I win. We all know that's not really how you make sure you win, right? But this is somebody who's like trying to cover their bases. And this is because of fear or insecurity with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, that things are not going the way that they wanted it to. So of course I have my suspicions, Michael, could align with yours, but this is somebody who's like, I got to figure this out. I have to make sure that I get what I want. And you're apparently a more difficult customer than they're used to dealing with. Yeah, it's just that the 8 is important. Here, let's see. Okay. See? Yeah, no. 8 years. See how she's like sipping tea? This is influenced by what you're drinking. Says the girl who has a Dr. Pepper obsession. Oh, Lord. You're welcome, Michael. Hello, Saeed. How are you doing? Happy birthday, John. Dawn would like to know, am I going to score 6 units ooh, the next school term? Yes. Here's the thing. You are being advised to find a very nice balance. And I mean, to me, this is kind of like common sense, but it seems they really want me to repeat this. You are somewhere in between the overthinking it with the Nine of Swords, right? And the Eight of Pentacles, not putting in enough work because the Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse. So this is saying, yeah, you need to study. You need to be like, establish a schedule or a routine, stay committed to that, right? But there's a risk here that if you hear you're going to get it, that you pull back a little bit, or there's a risk that if they say you're not going to, that you would stress about it and get in your head and then cause problems for yourself. So this is saying walk that line, that fine line of, I know how much I need to invest in this. Let's make it like a weekly thing, right? This is how much I do each week. If you have that kind of dedication or set up a structure for yourself, that's how you make sure that you get that goal. I don't see evidence of that. So let me just tell you real quick, y'all. I adore doing personal questions, but Oracle, I do not see anything from you. So, and I didn't see the number go up. So I'm gonna tell you real quick, I love doing personal questions for people, but if you try to like manufacture a way to be more special or something than the other people who are asking. Like, that gets under my skin. But I didn't see anything. And I checked, the last one was Michael. Tarot by Nature would like to know, what are Dee's honest feelings towards our connection? And I love that you said please and thank you. Oh, that I cannot check. But I don't... Oh, thank you, Nicole. That's so sweet of you. Hello, Nilesh. How are you doing? Hello, Ganel. Justice in the reverse. Current feelings towards your relationship is that there is something here that is off or not fair. There's a worry about losing you. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I do just have to say this is like my favorite card from the Pulp Tarot. But yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse following Justice in the reverse, there's someone here who's thinking, I might lose this person. It feels like it's your person, not you. But there is an emphasis on bringing to light what needs to be talked through or what needs to be healed so that you do not lose the connection. Great question. I did not wear Jinko jeans in the 90s. But I did at one point go through the, like, what is that called? Corduroy and like linen pants that my dad wanted to donate. Like, he wasn't wearing them anymore. And oddly, they fit me. So it was kind of like the grunge look, right? It was perfect for that. And my dad was over here like, what the, is my daughter? Why would you want to wear that? Anyways. Hello, Maham, how are you doing? Hello, Isaiah. Is it Metella or Methella? Either way, will me and my person get married? As of now, I see that this is not a relationship that culminates in marriage. There is a hesitance. Someone who feels unprepared. I don't know if there's a, like, I need to finish my education first, or I need to take care of my parents, or I need to go on this trip first. But I feel like there's this thing that someone feels an obligation that they need to do. And it ends up kind of coming in between the two of you. So I see Two of Wands in the reverse, Page of Cups in the reverse, obligations, responsibilities causing too much of a barrier. But with Death in the reverse, this is somebody who's never going to forget you. So sometimes things get in the way and you might meet somebody new. Laura, do you mean will you? Okay, now I see it. There we are. Shubham, current feeling for Priyanka. Current feeling for Priyanka. Wow, 4 of Wands. Time to, or 6 of Wands. Time to pursue something. They want to be successful, but I don't like that this is paired with the 7 of Swords. This is somebody who's not being honest about the situation. Or there's something they're hiding. I do think you're going to find out whatever this information is that they're hiding, or the mystery is going to be revealed. That's so funny. So initially I saw the 6 of Wands as the 4 of Wands, and then the 4 of Wands actually comes out. I would be very cautious. I do feel like this person is going to contact you probably within the next 28 days. But I do feel like this person is hiding something intentionally from you, and they're wanting everything to look like it's shiny and sparkly and brand new and innocent and pure. But this person is not being honest with you. So do not rush this. I do feel like they're going to contact you, and I do feel like you're going to get insight into whatever this is, but I need you to rely on your intuition and not necessarily believe everything that they tell you. But I wish you luck on that. You deserve somebody who's going to be honest with you. Okay, wait. What happened though? All right, let's go to a different tarot deck. This is the Egyptian tarot. No, I think there's feelings there. I just think that this is somebody who compartmentalizes. That could suggest that they don't want to include you within their life, so they're never going to be fully honest about what they've got going on, which would become frustrating for you. Or they're literally communicating with somebody else as well. Either way, what they're hiding from you, you will find out. I think they have feelings. I just don't know that they have the right approach to those feelings. I would put it that way. Hey Lee, how you doing? All right, let's see. Dawn would like to know, does Dean love me? Knight of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles. Right now, Dean is not interested in love. Dean is thinking about Dean. So we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. This is very independent, individual energy, not very romantic or somewhat moody. So either Dean is still getting over a heartbreak from the past, or Dean might be a little bit of a player. Amanda would like to know, will my honey and I get married? Oh, you're so welcome. I do see you getting married. I feel like the wait is insane. It's so funny. So it's a 10 of Wands. It could be that it's 10 years from when you started dating. So 2029 perhaps. 2028 or 2029 is what I'm seeing. But there is somebody here who is going to be a very big blessing to you in terms of getting to that point. So a really close family member or close friend who goes above and beyond to be there for you. So there's a very beautiful love energy from a friend as well as the relationship itself. And then we've got the High Priestess. I do feel like you're going to have to anticipate that your life situation may change unexpectedly. This could be pertaining to a child. This could be pertaining to a job. But I feel your obligations may have an impact, right? I have to do this and then we can get married. Oh, thank you, Bumface. Yeah, I feel that, Bessie. Hello, Anusha. Can I go to the UK this year? I see this as next year, not this year. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like you're being encouraged to save your money and anticipate that there might be something else you need that money for. So In other words, don't buy a ticket or don't pursue that travel until you really feel like your finances are there. And I feel like it's going to be a trip that actually ends up being next year. But it will mean that you're able to enjoy the trip more because you don't have that stress hanging over your head, right? Paul, that's weird because there is no me and you. What do you mean by that? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Amanda. I wish you all the luck. Oh, no way. You crack me up. Wait, will Carmen and Henry Rollins get married? Y'all gonna make me sound like I got like some weird obsession. For funsies. It might say never. What if it's the death card? It's the stars card. They're like, how are they supposed to marry if they don't know each other? Stars in the reverse. GPS is all off, you know? Yeah, see? He's letting go. I did. Let's see. Bessie May would like to know, when will I find a match to my love? What a great way to phrase that, by the way. So we've got the number 2, Bessie May. And interesting. The Moon, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So Bessie May, this feels to me like your love interest is someone that you meet when you are not where you currently live. Now that could mean you literally move and then you find somebody, or it could mean you're on vacation and you find someone, right? But I do feel like this is somebody who is hidden to you as of now, and part of the journey to encountering this person requires that you choose a new energy. So this Fool, again, it could be talking about going on vacation or it could be talking about moving, but it gets you away from this Knight of Wands in the reverse. Now, this could be saying when you move away, you finally let go of a past lover who was non-committal, and it could be saying that you live in an apartment building full of people who don't know how to commit. Or a town full of it, right? It's just saying some change in scenery would do you good, right? But that number 2 to me feels like 2 years. It could be 2 months, but I think it's more like probably 2 years. But I wish you the best on that. Let's see. Oh, hello, Chino. How are you doing? You're welcome, Bessie May. Hello, Christina. Do you mean 2 months of no contact? I assume. Just making sure. Let's see what's going to... It actually doesn't matter. Let's see what the answer is for you either way. Can you tell me if we were getting back together? It's Christina getting back together. And thank you everyone for liking the video and subscribing. And of course, thank you to those that have tipped. I appreciate it. Christina, I do see the 2 of you getting back together. It does require space. It does, like, you have to have some time on your own. I feel like there's a huge benefit in this separation for you because you become more independent, or you find a way to, if there's any people-pleasing habits, those need to be addressed, right? Is he talking to someone else? No. I mean, maybe there's someone flirting with him. He's not taking any of that seriously, though. This is like, no, I'm not looking for that. We've got with the Nine of Swords, I think a lot of concern on his side as far as whether or not you're going to meet somebody new. So I do feel like it's just, you need a little bit of time apart, but you'll come back together. I do think it's important to address whatever jealousy there might be to kind of like talk through that, right? Yes, of course, Lee. Thank you for the tip. Hello, JTR. Hello, Jaden. Yes, anyone can. And of course, priority to the people who tip. Did I say hello to Nassim and Han? How are you doing? All right, for Lee, what's going on for August 11th? Oh, this makes me so happy for you, Lee. Ace of Pentacles. The Sun. And the Heart. Sorry, Three of Swords in the reverse. It's all positive energy. This isn't saying the entire day is going to be plated in gold and you get everything that you want, but you are going to be pleased by the end of the day. I do feel like there's information coming out that is protective towards you or highlights what somebody else has been up to, right? So this is very positive for you. It could be because somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do, right? But either way, I do feel like it's going to be in your favor. So I love that. Have a good one, hun. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. Hello, Chance. How are you doing? Hello, King. What's going on? Hello, Cash. That's hilarious. And I'll be keeping you in my prayers, Lee. Okay. I'll do that one for you. Cash Money would like to know, is my ex coming back? Oh, they're coming back. Here's the thing. When the ex comes back, you have a choice. This is like devil and the angel, okay? There's going to be an opportunity to have naked time with your ex. Okay, that would be the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Depending on how you handle that booty call or whatever it is, you might actually get a second chance at a relationship, or a real relationship like happens because you don't cheapen it. So pick your poison, my friend. Would you like a one-night stand with this person, or would you like to have something meaningful? And that has to guide how you interact with them when they come back around. I believe in you. Oh, Lee, that's so awesome. Hello, Radiant Life. How are you doing? Hello, Ricardo. Ricardo would like to know what's going to happen with my job. Queen of Pentacles is a positive energy. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Oops. Wow. Okay. The number 6 is important for you. And for some reason, I feel like it's tied to somebody who is causing problems with your work. They might have it in their license plate. Or they work on the 6th floor, something like that. But I see you being a hard worker. And there being a person who doesn't like you. And they're trying to make it difficult for you to be successful, or they're maybe even trying to get you to lose your job. And the individual who is in control doesn't want that because you've got 6 of Wands. There's someone here who says, you're a hard worker. I'm not going to lose that. I mean, they're an asset to the team, right? So regardless of how things play out, and depending on who these two people are and who has the power, right? I see you either getting protected at your current job or hired at a new job because someone is willing to write the most epic recommendation for you ever. So your hard work will pay off one way or the other. It's just whether or not this company is smart enough to retain you. It's true. Hello, Shane. How are you doing? Oh, Lord. Why is it scary? Hello, Wolf. How are you doing? Hello, Entertainment. Yeah, that's literally what's causing the problem. And there's an argument between two people, and one person's like, no, I'm not going to fire them. But yeah, they have it out for you. You're a hard worker, though. Keep that up. Hello, JTR. All right, I got like 2 questions. Oh, bless you too, Ricardo. 2 questions left. Hello, Sandwich Dinner. That sounds like that's probably more healthy than a girl dinner. Christy, how you doing? Is my partner I'm with for me? Actually, what I see, Christy, is that the person that you're currently with is blocking you from true love. Kind of a difficult thing to say, but I would much rather see you in that happy relationship. There's something about this current individual who they're like stuck, right? They're not growing, they're not maturing in the way that they should be by now. There is this Ace of Cups that you don't know or don't know about, and the current one is blocking you from it. That doesn't mean you should break up with one person and jump into a relationship with another person the next day. What it means is if you find it within you that it makes sense to leave or end this relationship and take a little bit of time for yourself to heal from it, there is a beautiful love waiting for you on the other side of that. So I wish you luck on that. Hello, Man to Beast. How are you doing? Of course I can. And that'll be the last question I do. Thank you for the tip. What is going on with the love life? Hey, Dawn, I did answer that question. I'm sorry you missed it, but yes, I answered it, and the answer was that Dean is thinking about himself. So you are best to find somebody else. All right, so for Scott, was it Scott or Scotty? Scott. Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you have some options here, Scott. And I feel like the option that you really like is not as quick to respond or showing as much interest, and the option who's showing you interest is maybe not as exciting for you, is what I see. I feel like this is because the person that you are more drawn to is a bit manipulative. This is someone, oh, Lord. Okay, so I'm getting a reference to Gone Girl. I don't think that this lady is, well, I don't think that this person is like violent per se, but I do feel like they're manipulative, okay? So they're going to show you this beautiful energy, get you interested, and then all of a sudden crazy. I don't really like using that word. I probably shouldn't. But they go a little bit wild, okay? They want to control you. They want to know what's going on. They get jealous, all of that. Stay away from this person. The other person seems to be showing up as much more even keel or like aware of their emotions. The problem is you might like a little bit of excitement, or maybe there's a lot of passion or physical chemistry. What is it? The crazy hot scale, right? It's not always right. Sometimes there are people who have their wits about them, and they're also great in bed. I feel like you're about to find out. So if we were choosing between a famous actress and an accountant, go with the accountant, my friend. You'll have a great time. Entertainment fun, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think Jesus knows anything about blocking people on social media acts. I think we can send people loving energy without having to be exposed to their negative or toxic energy. So we can block people, but still wish them well, right? You're so welcome. And thanks for donating, Scott. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for being awesome and funny and for liking the video and subscribing. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you on the